United States President Barack Obama delivers a major speech in Egypt Thursday on U.S.-Muslim relations. As VOA West correspondent Scott Stearns reports, some African Muslims see the speech as an opportunity to build bridges.
In the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa, some want President Obama to clearly draw the distinction between the Muslim faith and terrorism. Dr. Mohammed Nouri.
If he speaks firmly that there is no association, there is no a direct association between terrorism and Muslim, that terrorism doesn't mean Muslim, then definitely the world's thinking will change. So I expect Obama to put it clearly that Muslims and terrorism are not the same.
Others, such as Islamic scholar Ibrahim Mulushewa, say President Obama needs to apologize for U.S. involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan and its policies toward the Middle East.
When we talk of Muslims, there must be a recognition on the side of America that many mistakes have been done by the U.S. Its invasion of Iraq, invasion of Afghanistan, and also the uneven relationship between America's relationship with Israel and that of the Palestinian should be corrected.
At the Jamia Mosque in Nairobi, Kenya, some of those attending daily prayer are hoping Mr. Obama can reverse U.S. policies they say have hurt Muslims around the world. Businessman Ali Nur Shalkif.
What is the President Obama supposed to do as he's the President of the United States? He's supposed to change the policy. The bad policy has been made by the President Bush, the former president, and the relationship between the Muslims is supposed to make. But if there's no any policy change, the things just continue the way it is.
In the Senegalese capital, Dakar, teacher in Day Fatma Mbodj hopes President Obama can improve religious dialogue.
What we are expecting from his speech is for him to do his best to establish a dialogue between Christians and Muslims. They are almost the same religions. We should listen to each other, help each other, and tolerate each other.
Others say there's too much animosity between America and Muslims. Student in Day Ante.
There is enough animosity now because Americans often see Arabs or the Muslim world as enemies. This should not be because Islam is not what they are showing on TV.
Outside Dakar, in the village of Ngor, local chief Al-Haj Saliu Sam says every human being wants to live in peace with the freedom to worship.
President Obama should ask people in the Middle East to stop fighting. We are far from that violence, but we share their pain. And when we hear about all that killing, we cry.
Sam says America has given the world a good example by electing Barack Obama president.
If Americans were to judge a person by the color of their skin, they would not have elected a black person who is the son of an immigrant as president of the richest and most powerful country in the world.
Businessman Ibrahim Khan says President Obama is working to overcome the legacy of President George W. Bush.
President Obama has another way of thinking. And so he's improving every day. That's what I believe. That he has another way of thinking as an American, and he has another way of thinking of this world. And I think his target is to all the humankind and the world to live in common, in the best way of life, and in peace.
President Obama makes his first trip to sub-Saharan Africa as head of state in July. The White House says that visit is intended to highlight the critical role that sound governance and civil society play in promoting lasting development. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Ngor, Senegal.